Hello and welcome to the United Stand. Manchester United versus Newcastle United, and ZLATAN, Pogba and Rojo are officially back. Not my words, the words of What Car magazine. I lie. The words of Jose Mourinho himself. ZLATAN, Pogba, Rojo back. Have it. Have it. Have it. It's like Christmas has come early. It is absolutely fantastic news. Only last night we were speculating about whether this was going to happen. And as we tweeted out before, the Sun gets a lot of bad press, maybe deservedly for something that happened over 30 years ago now. But when it comes to Neil Custis and it comes to Manchester United, who writes for the Sun, spot on, spot on, spot on. He predicted Rooney leaving Manchester. Well, he doesn't predict, he knows. Rooney leaving 3 days before he announced it. He was spot on about Lukaku. He was spot on about Carrick. He was spot on, hopefully he's going to be spot on about Fellaini leaving. And he was spot on 2 days ago when he said ZLATAN and Pogba are back. And they are back, and this is like Christmas is now. Because Manchester United need this boost. 2 leaders, 2 world-class players. Brilliant. Friday night, rubbish international break. United are back. We're excited anyway. And now, not only are they back, I'm nearly jumping off my seat. ZLATAN and Pogba are back. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. I absolutely love ZLATAN, and Pogba's world-class, and United need this. They need it. Mourinho himself said, look, I didn't want to talk about Pogba until he was back because I don't want to moan about injuries. But the fact is, Manchester United, before the Pogba injury, were a far better team than they were without it. And hopefully we're going to be a better team with it as well. And ZLATAN back, he said, look, we're a different team now, but ZLATAN is welcome back. And I think what he's saying there is, look, I ain't dropping Lukaku for ZLATAN, but ZLATAN is important. I think ZLATAN has got to be given that number 10 shirt. Give him the number 10 shirt, kick Mkhitaryan out of the team. Mkhitaryan can fight to get back in, which is what he needs to do. ZLATAN can have a run. Let's see if it works. If it doesn't, we go and get Ozil or someone in January. And that's what United should do. But ZLATAN, Pogba back. And quite rightly, somebody did say to me on Twitter, you've been so disrespectful to Rojo. And I probably am. I probably am. But it's nothing to do with Rojo not being a good player. I think Rojo and Bailly, centre-backs, love it. Brilliant. And I apologise to Rojo, but I'm sorry, ZLATAN and Pogba are back, and that is a different level to Rojo. And Rojo is very welcome back. Suffered a bad injury on the same game that ZLATAN did. Really welcomes back. Really, Mourinho turned him round. I didn't think he was that good before Mourinho came. Mourinho turned him round. Very welcome back, and brilliant. But at the end of the day, ZLATAN and Pogba are back. ZLATAN and Pogba are back. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. And I think it's exactly what United need. They need the leadership and they need the boost. And, Newcastle tomorrow, if we beat them 4-0, I know a lot of United fans, well, we should be beating Newcastle 4-0 at home. And whatever, sit down and all that jazz. But the reality is, I've seen United draw to Newcastle when we were doing really, really well. It's not a given, and United need a boost tomorrow. And I think Pogba will start. I think Pogba will start. I think he's ready. I felt Pogba was going to be back against Chelsea, and maybe he wasn't quite ready, and maybe Mourinho was like, I don't want him to go away with France, so I'm not playing him. I think he's totally ready. I think he'll start tomorrow. I think we'll see Pogba and Matic start tomorrow. I'd still play Fellaini as the number 10 and drop Mkhitaryan. I don't think ZLATAN's ready to start. I think he'll be on the bench, and I think that's the right thing to do. But I'm buzzing, absolutely buzzing. And Matthew McFadden has made a contribution. He says, let me get it back. Best United news in weeks. Bring it on, Newcastle. I think we need that. 37 games United have been unbeaten at home under Jose Mourinho. 37 games unbeaten at home. And apparently we're in a crisis. Apparently we're in a crisis. Mourinho's win ratio at Manchester United is 61%. I think even Sir Alex Ferguson's win ratio was only 62. Anything over 60% for any manager is a big tick for success. Pochettino's win rate at Spurs is 55%. Klopp's win ratio at Liverpool is 50%. It's worse than Roy Hodgson. But the press live up the backside of Klopp and Pochettino, and they try to say that Mourinho is in crisis when his win ratio is 61%, and his loss ratio is way better than everybody else's as well. But we're in a crisis. Get the big boys back. Get ZLATAN and Pogba back. Let them share. Because one thing ZLATAN will do is share the load with Mourinho. He's a winner, he's a leader, and he's very experienced. And he will come out into the press and he will make them sit down. Mourinho will make them sit down, but he's got so many critics at the moment, unfairly. With ZLATAN back, you better be ready to sit down because He'll make you sit down. You know what I was going to say. He'll make you sit down. So I'm very, very happy that they're back. Really happy that they're back. And I think it means a hell of a lot for United. And yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait for tomorrow. I know it's only Newcastle, but it just gives us a massive, massive boost. And for all those people who are Mourinho out, I think you're going to have to start eating your words again. I hope you are. I hope you are. Because we are going to buy in January. And now we've got some big players back. I mean, come on, let's be totally honest with you. Pogba's probably our best player with Martial, and we've been without him for a long time. Can't wait for it. Can't wait for it. And tomorrow will be difficult. It will be difficult. Newcastle will come and try and contain us, but I think we'll mix it up. I'd love to see Fellaini start as a number 10. It was his best position for Everton. Pogba and Matic behind him. Let's go for it. Let's absolutely go for it. And let's get the 3 points. Let's get some momentum going. And I'll tell you what, Pogba and Zlatan go to Watford. We can beat them. We can beat Arsenal. And then come on, City. Come and have a go. I know I'm jumping ahead of myself, but I want to feel optimistic. And I feel massively boosted by the... You know, Rojo's important as well. But Pogba and Zlatan, it just gives us more options. Balumko says start Rashford, Lukaku and Martial. He could do that. He could do that. Kenneth says if you're going to swear, you may as well swear. Well, it's not really my style, to be totally honest, and I don't really like to do it. So I'm glad that I didn't. But let me get this up. Link in the video description for Quiff. It's the big sporting app now. It's available on Apple and Android. And the reason I'm doing this is obviously because I want to go to the featured games, I want to go to football, I want to go to the Premier League, and I want to go to Manchester United versus Newcastle. What I would say is this on the Chelsea-West Brom game. I didn't want to go to Chelsea versus West Brom. I'll get it now. Manchester United versus Newcastle. My tip of the day is, let me get this right. What is it? Winning margin. Manchester United 2 goals to win by 2 goals. I think they'll win 2-0 tomorrow. If you go with that, 3.90. So if you put a tenner on that, you'd win 39 quid back. But the brilliance of the Quiff app is that it will boost your odds. So if you put a tenner on Manchester United to win by 2 goals tomorrow at 3.9. If that happened, it would be 39 quid back to you. But the Quiff app will boost it. So it could go up to 9. It could go up to 6. You could get 60 quid from it. And that's the brilliance of the Quiff app. But there are lots of good... I'm going for 3.9. Manchester United to win by 2 goals. Full time and both teams to score. You'd get Manchester United win and both teams to score at 3.6. So 2-1 to United, 3-1 to United. We have been doing quite well without a clean sheet though. With a clean sheet though, so the safe bet might be Manchester United and Newcastle not to score. So 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, 4-0, 1.75. Tenner would give you £17.50 back, but obviously it would get boosted by Quiff, so you're probably going to at least double your money. The link in the video description for that. Download it, and like I say, the great thing about the Quiff app is that it does boost your bets. No matter what your bet is, it will boost it, and it can double it, triple it, quadruple it, and that's as high as I go. Pentagon it. Link in the video description for Quiff. Download it, and if you are somebody who bets, make sure you're over 18 and gamble responsibly. But we always do give a little bit of a tip. My tip is Manchester United are going to win by 2 goals, 2-0, clean sheet. There you go. Get on it. Like a car, bonnet. Let's get rid of it. Anyway, back onto there. So, yeah, fantastic. Can't wait for the game tomorrow. We are 8 points off Manchester City. We can't deny that. We are 8 points off Manchester City. But it's only November. And I love Zlatan. I love Zlatan. I love Zlatan. I'm not gonna lie, there were aspects about Manchester United last season I didn't like. I think we turned into Zlatan United at times, and I don't like that. Nobody's bigger than the club, whether it's Mourinho, Pogba, Zlatan or Phil Jones. Nobody's bigger than the club. But Zlatan seems to want to be at Manchester United. He could have left after that knee injury. He could have gone to America, but he wanted to come back. And I think there's unfinished business. And I think that... I love Zlatan. I do. I love his mentality. I love his arrogance. I don't actually think he's a very arrogant person. I think he just plays the media. But he's got a point to prove. And a player with a point to prove is far better than a bottleless player. And I think at the moment we've got too many... We've definitely got too many people who are coasting it and are spineless. Because the fact that people miss Fellaini... Fellaini's not a good footballer. He's just somebody who gives 100%. And Manchester United have never really been, in my lifetime, a club where people get picked just because of effort. The Manchester United that I know is a team that's full of talent. And Fellaini isn't that talented, but quite rightly he gets picked at the moment because we haven't got 11 players who are full of effort. With Pogba and Zlatan, we'll get that back. And Zlatan's a leader. So his lack of pace concerns me. Maybe he can't be a number 10. But at the moment, we haven't actually got a number 10. So Zlatan back is big. Will Zlatan start tomorrow? You know what? I'd love to see a team tomorrow. I'd love to see this team tomorrow. De Gea in goal. Valencia and Young as the fullbacks. Well, Jones probably isn't playing. So Bay and Rojo. Let's dream. Matic and Pogba. Zlatan at 10. Lukaku up front. Martial on the left. Mata on the right. I'll drop Rashford. Look. Rashford's a really good player. I really like Marcus Rashford. But Marcus Rashford shouldn't be starting on the left just because he puts a lot of effort in and he's a better defender than Martial. We're Manchester United. Play the better attacker. Martial, for me, is one of the best players in Europe at the moment. We are at home against Newcastle. They're going to defend. Play Anthony Martial. This bloody myth that Martial doesn't start games well. This nonsense that Rashford's a better defender than Martial. I don't care if he cleans bloody dishes better than Martial. We're Manchester United. We should be attacking, and Martial's a better attacker than Rashford, and he's a better left winger than Rashford. And I love Rashford, but Rashford's a number 9. He's a striker, and at the moment, Lukaku starts over Rashford. Rashford should be on the bench as an impact player. Martial should be playing because he's one of the best players in Europe. Martial on the left, Mata on the right, Lukaku up front, Zlatan in behind him, Pogba, Matic. Bish bash bosh, 4-0, we walk away, we take the next game. That's what United should be doing. No messing around anymore. We're 8 points off Manchester City. Yeah, it was good for a little while. Martial coming on for the last 20 minutes and killing defenders and all that. But we're 8 points off City. The first thing we've got to do is forget about City. The first thing we've got to do is solidify second place. None of this getting caught by Chelsea, Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool, Spurs. They can all sit down. Let's, for the first 6 points of these, Newcastle, Brighton, 6 points, clean sheets in both, 8 goals, get some confidence back and solidify that second place. We'll still be in November. Look ahead. Watford, Arsenal, Man City. Let's take 9 points. Let's start digging into that lead at the top. The first thing we've got to do is kill off these idiots behind us and solidify that second place. Dees TV says Sweden has gone crazy when we found out Zlatan's back. Well, big up Sweden, because I think Zlatan should go to the World Cup. I don't think he'll be a United player then. I think Zlatan's coming back for 7 months, goes to the World Cup with Sweden, then goes to America or China, and he goes with the best wishes. But Zlatan with a point to prove, absolutely massive. Absolutely massive. And I cannot bloody wait. Bring it on like a thong. Doesn't even work, does it? But you know what I mean. Bring it on. Bring it on. Really excited. And we deserve this. We've had a terrible result at Chelsea. I thought for the first 15-20 minutes we were really good. If you watched the watch along, I was like, we're going to win this game. And then after 20 minutes we seemed to get schooled, and there was no, I don't know why that happened. But we needed a boost. We definitely did need a boost, and we've got that boost now. Many people, just a little bit of self-promotion here, and it's self-promotion in the most selfless way, really, because tomorrow from 9 AM, so not long now, 12 hours away, I need to go and get some sleep. From 9 AM tomorrow, I'm going live. Manchester United don't kick off till 5:30, but from 9 AM tomorrow, I'm going live until 9 AM on Sunday. It's a 24-hour stream. It's personal. A year ago tomorrow, a good friend of mine, Ben, died of cancer in his early 20s, not his early 20s, his early 40s. Left a wife and 3 young children. Absolutely tragic cancer. A few weeks later, my gran died of cancer. I know for a fact that most of you watching this show will have been impacted by cancer, whether it's personally, friends, family, or if you haven't, you will be. Tomorrow, I'm going live for 24 hours, obviously because of my friend and my gran, and because I want to make a difference. I want to make a difference. We're here for a short time, and we don't know how short we are here for. You know, you never know what's around the corner. It could be you. Tomorrow, we are a fantastic community. I want to raise some money. I want to raise some money for cancer. It's for the Marie Curie Centre in the UK, which deals with terminal illness. I want to make a difference. I want to stand up to it. So from 9 o'clock tomorrow for 24 hours, I'm going live. I hope you join me for the match. That's at 5:30, 4:30. The team news will come in. I hope you join me throughout the day. Skype will be open. We're just going to play it by ear. We'll probably watch the Arsenal-Spurs game at lunch. We'll definitely watch the United game. We'll probably watch the Madrid game. We'll probably do a match of the day watch along at 10 o'clock. if you can be with me for a couple of hours, if you can be with me for an hour, if you're going to be here with me for 12 hours, you're all welcome, and we will open Skype. And as a community, I hope we can make a lot of money, because it matters, it's personal. But what I do want to say is the link is in the video description for it. We opened it up last night and already got 343 quid. And I just want to shout out the people, because when you do contribute, you can leave a message. So Sally Mitchell, good luck Mark, you and all the United stands should be very proud. She gave us 20 quid. Matthew McFadden gave us 100 quid, which is amazing. He says, if you were planning on reading out donations and messages, then you have my permission to read it on stream. Message is on. I'm going to read that link in a minute, Matthew, because the contribution is fantastic. Anders Linger, thanks for doing this. Good karma. I know very well how important this is. Andy Pandy, he has contributed £50. Freddie Lundell, I lost my mum to cancer 1 year ago. It was heartbreaking moments and I haven't repaired since, but I genuinely think the United stand is taking my mind off things and I appreciate it. Thanks. £5 from Freddie. Fantastic message. Ashwari Kala, £10. Lost my nan and aunt to this nightmare of a disease. Completely back your initiative. Cheers, Mark and the team. Anonymous, you never know how strong you are until being strong is the only choice you have. £10, £100. Aaron Flack, hi Mark, I love the channel. I think you should shout out everybody who has donated on this 24-hour stream. Hope you like my profile pic with your best mate shirt. Your mate will be proud. It's a picture of Fellaini and my mate is Ben, and wherever you are, I hope you are. £10. John Conway, best of luck with the fundraising, Mark. United, everyone, €10. Sylvan Heeb, no message but £5. James Ward, fair play to you mate, good luck staying awake, £5. And Nick Pope, in memory of family and friends that fought and survived cancer, and to those that lost their battle, you will always be remembered, €50. Thanks to everybody who's made the contribution. I'm going to read Matthew's contribution via the link if it works for me. If not, we'll just do it tomorrow, but hopefully it will work. It wasn't found, I don't know why, but I will find it, Matthew, and I will read it. But thanks everybody who's contributed so far. The link is in the video description for that. We will be doing 24 hours tomorrow from 9 AM. Join me during the day. I tell you what, the United stand might hit 150,000 subscribers tomorrow, which is somebody's just said. If it does, it does. If it doesn't, I'd rather hit 5 grand through what we're trying to do for cancer, because at the end of the day, that's bigger than anything we're trying to achieve. We'll all be hit by it. I know we're a Manchester United fan channel, we're a fantastic community, but for 24 hours tomorrow, we're also going to try and achieve something else. But you won't miss anything. Fan cams will still go up on the channel, match reaction will still go up on the channel. The watch along will be part of the 24-hour stream, so you won't miss anything, and we're going to go for it tomorrow. And thanks for everybody who's contributed. It's important. This is bigger than football. This is, you know, this is life and death. People are dying of this. People can't beat it. People are dying at ridiculously young ages. Liam Miller, 36 years old, you know, ex-Manchester United player, 36 years old, and pancreatic cancer. Some people think it's terminal. Some people are saying he's only got days to live. This is real, and we can make a difference tomorrow as a collective community. It's not about me doing 24 hours. I'm doing 24 hours because my friend died a year ago and my gran died a year ago. But if you contribute a £5 or a tenner, you're as important as that 24 hours I do, because we're all going to contribute tomorrow. So thanks for everyone who's going to get involved in that. And Snap says, one of the things I love about the United stand is the unity. We've got a fantastic community, whether we're talking about transfer news, Fellaini leaving, Zlatan and Pogba back, something we're going to do for charity, which we can do a couple of times a year. We've got a great community, and if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe and become part of this, because this is big. We are big, and we are something, and we do stand for something. And 99.999% of us are good human beings with great morals who love our club. But beyond football, we understand what life's all about. So thanks everyone who's got involved, and tomorrow is tomorrow. But tonight is tonight. Tonight is tonight, and I'll drink to Zlatan and Pogba and bring it on. Because we deserve some good news. We deserve some good news. We've had a good start to the season. We're second in the league. We're well top of our Champions League group. We have wasted 6 points, let's be honest. We have, against Huddersfield and Chelsea. I think we should have beat them both. We should have been more attacking against Liverpool. But 37 games unbeaten at home is pretty good. And over 60% win rate is very good for a manager. I'll tell you now, Pep's is nearly 67%. It is better, but he spent a hell of a lot more money. And he inherited De Bruyne, Aguero, and Silva. And to be fair, Mourinho inherited De Gea. Not a hell of a lot else. So this is where it starts for me. This is where the season starts for United. No more international breaks. No more little short 4 games, then there's another international break. It's now until March. And in March, we'll know whether we're in a title challenge. And in March, we'll know whether we're in the Champions League. And in March, we'll know whether we're still in the FA Cup. And in March, we'll know whether we've won the League Cup again. So it starts now, and it's pretty much full throttle. 2 games a week until Christmas. Then there's a big clump of games over Christmas. Then January, the transfer window opens. I don't think we can waste it like last year. We got good money for Schneiderlin and Memphis last year, nearly £50 million. But we didn't bring anybody in. I think we've got to be active in January because, as I've said so many times, World Cup summer next year will halve the time you can do business. By the time players are coming back from the World Cup, we'll already be on our tour, wherever that's going to be. I think United are 5 players short of winning the title. I really do. I think we need to get rid of 5 players as well. We ain't going to do 10 bits of business next summer. We're going to have to use January. We're going to have to get a couple of players out the door and a couple of players in the door just to alleviate the amount of business we've got to do in the summer. Oh, great comment from Brandon Treyheim 2. What's your thoughts on the David Luiz story? I purposely haven't really commented on David Luiz because it makes me want to cry. A little bit of sick comes into my mouth. I don't want David Luiz at Manchester United. I think Neville was right. He's a FIFA defender. He's all over the shop. I don't want David Luiz at United. I think that deal to PSG was something to do with money laundering, to be honest. 54 million to PSG. And how much did he come back to? I think if we bought him, it'd be over £100 million by now. Well, it must be that nearly anyway, because Chelsea signed him from Benfica, didn't they? He's rubbish. He's rubbish. He's, you know, he was dropped to play us, and they played that young lad and Cahill. So, no, I don't want David Luiz anywhere near United. I think it'd be an absolute joke. Iron Singh says, and thanks for the contribution, Iron. He says, won't Zlatan slow us down in number 10 like Rooney did? Look, he might. Well, I think I did the video yesterday on Zlatan as a number 10. I want Zlatan to play as number 10. He's wearing the number 10. I want Zlatan to play there because I don't want to. The worst thing that could happen is that Lukaku gets dropped for Zlatan, because what we are doing at the moment, whether Lukaku scores or not, is pushing the opposition defence back. You put Zlatan there, that defence will be playing on the halfway line and they'll be pressing us in our own half. We can't do that because Zlatan's lack of pace, they'll just play a high line because they're not scared. Lukaku forces them back because he has got pace. The only place that Zlatan can play is in a front 2 or as a number 10. I don't think he should be playing in a front 2 because I think the two, you know, apart from the lack of pace, they're quite similar. I'd play Zlatan as a number 10. I think everyone who's concerned about his lack of pace, yeah, maybe that is an issue. But he was dropping very deep anyway when he played for his last season. And the bottom line is, Lingard's crap as a number 10 and Mkhitaryan is woefully out of form. Effectively, Chelsea, Huddersfield, Crystal Palace and Liverpool, games off the top of my head where Mkhitaryan played as a number 10, he didn't even turn up. We were playing with 10 men, let alone a number 10. So, give Zlatan a go. It might not work, but give Zlatan a go. We've got, what, how many weeks till Christmas now? 6? Give Zlatan a go for 6 weeks. If it doesn't work out, go and spend some money. Go and test Arsenal's arm for Ozil. Give him 20 million. He's going to go for free in May anyway. You know, go and do something like that. But for the interim, give Zlatan a go. That's what I think we should do. Paul says, what do you think of De Gea as captain? Could we make him stay? Any comments? I think the captaincy means nothing to Mourinho. The fact that we give it to Valencia, who really doesn't understand English, and he's given it to Fellaini and Ashley Young and Smalling. For some reason, Mourinho doesn't seem to respect the captaincy, which is really weird because John Terry was his captain at Chelsea, and much like Roy Keane at United, that sort of a captain can win you 20 points a season. Mourinho at United doesn't seem to have embraced the captaincy, but really, do we have a captain? Give it to Zlatan. He's been here 2 years now. I wouldn't mind Zlatan having it. Give it to Pogba. He gave it to him before the injury. I think captaincy is really important. Goalkeeper as a captain, I think it's a gimmick. I'd give it to Pogba. I think the captaincy is important, and I think Mourinho has neglected it. Much like the number 7's been neglected, I think you could almost say United are playing with one arm behind their back. They've got their most iconic shirt vacant in the number 7, and I don't think we've played with the captain. So they are areas of improvement. I wouldn't give it to De Gea. Andrew Malloy, do you think Zlatan can do well in the number 10? The reason he was making nice passes is because dropping deep and nobody defenders were going near him. He wasn't going to do damage back there when he was the number 9. Yeah, you know what? I've heard a few people today saying Zlatan's passing is underrated. I've heard some people saying his passing is non-existent. I don't think at United we really saw much of his passing ability. But if you followed Zlatan for any period of time, like I have, away from Manchester United over the last 10 years, we probably didn't really see what he can do in relation to creativity at United. You're in for a nice surprise because he's a very creative player. He's got really good passing range. And we didn't really see that at United. And for people who are saying he's not good at it, it's probably because you didn't really see it at United. He is very good at it. And I think hopefully we're going to see that. He is very creative and he can do that role. And that's something that really excites me as well. Cole Thompson says we need a good leader to be captain, and I don't see any at United yet. We need someone bringing in or to see one of them step up and show leadership. Hopefully, like I say, Pogba's probably the nearest one. Samuel says, as a Chelsea fan, I cannot wait for your special show tomorrow. It's a great cause you're doing. Fully respect you for doing that. Good luck. I hope it goes all well tomorrow. So you're all going to be part of it. It's not, you know, obviously as a collective United stand, it's a great thing to do. But it's not about individuals. I mean, I'm doing it for my own reasons, and I hope that those who contribute and get involved tomorrow do it for their own reasons. If you're on the commenting for 12 hours tomorrow, you're as much as me. It's collective, and yeah, get involved. 24-hour stream. I think it's going to be really, really good, and hopefully we, if we can raise £5 tomorrow, I'll be so proud of us as a community. And obviously, as the United stand, we are going to put a bit of money in. When I say a bit, some people have already put 100 quid in. We will be swamping that. We will be putting a significant amount in tomorrow, but that'll be announced on the show. I'm not going to rely on you lot to just contribute and not contribute ourselves. We will be putting money in tomorrow, and I'll be putting money in personally as well. It'll be a good day tomorrow. It'll be a sad day. It's a sad day for me for obvious reasons, and there will be moments where I feel sad. But also, life's for living. We're not here forever. We're here for a good time, not a long time. And we'll watch the Arsenal-Spurs game. We'll watch the Madrid derby. Obviously, we'll watch the United game. We'll do a match of the day watch along. And at times, we might do a little bit of an X Factor watch along. And I'm hoping in the early hours of tomorrow, of Saturday morning, I'm hoping to get like Die Hard on or something like that. We'll have a little bit of a poll as to watch. I'll give you 4 or 5 options so that you can all have a little bit of time to get the DVD out or download it, and we'll do a watch along of a film in the early hours. I think we'll do Die Hard or something like that for those who are hardcore, but it'll be good. Would I start Zlatan over Lukaku, says Isaiah? No. And Sander Sagers is on for the watch along. He is. Marcus is ill at the moment. I hope you get better, Marcus. He's not ill. He's had an operation on his ear, but hopefully he'll recover. Big day tomorrow. Get involved. Join us if you can. And Mateus says maybe Mkhitaryan will be better off coming off the bench. Mkhitaryan could start tomorrow and be brilliant. Mkhitaryan might get a kick up the arse. I think the brilliance of Pogba and Zlatan coming back is it's a kick up the arse for the squad, and they need it. I don't want to write Mkhitaryan off. I think Mkhitaryan's a great player. He just needs a kick up the arse. I think the team needs a kick up the arse. Zlatan and Pogba will give that. 1, because Pogba's world class. 2, because Zlatan's world class and he's a leader and people respect him. So it's the kick up the arse for United tomorrow that's big for me. Really, really is. Shaka wants me to do Star Wars. Well, The Force Awakens, you never know. Anyway, the link is in the video description if you want to contribute to the GoFundMe page for the 24-hour stream tomorrow, which is for the cancer thing. Some fantastic people who've done that already. And also, if you fancy a bet, Quiff, download it, get yourself a bet. My bet prediction tomorrow, 3.9, which is a tenner, will win you 39 quid. United to win by 2 goals. So 2-0, 3-1, 4-2, whatever. United to win by 2 goals is my tip tomorrow. You can win yourself at least 40 quid. But there are other bets there on the Quiff app. Download it. It's free to download, and it boosts every single bet that you do. If you are somebody who fancies a bet, regardless of whatever bet you're doing, whether it's an accumulator or not, I quite fancy United win, Real Madrid win, both teams to score, and Liverpool-Arsenal draw, which I think last time I checked was about 15-1. I quite fancy that as my accumulator for the weekend, and I always do one. But if you are somebody who puts a bet on, make sure you're over 18 and gamble responsibly. I know a lot of you do, but make sure if you are somebody who bets, download the Quiff app because it's fantastic. It boosts your odds up. Right, I'm finishing a little bit earlier tonight because I've got some things to do, and obviously 9 AM to 9 AM on Sunday is 24 hours, so I do need to get a little bit of sleep tonight because it's going to be a long one. Do join me. I'll be live from 9 o'clock. If you can join from 9 and stay with me for a few hours, great. In relation to the Skypes, Skype will open. I might open it at 9 o'clock for half an hour. I might then do it at 10:30. I might do it at 4 o'clock. I will definitely do it after the game for an hour. We'll probably do it again when Match of the Day is on. We'll probably do it at 2 o'clock in the morning for the international crowd. There will be lots of Skype tomorrow, is what I'm trying to say. So get involved with it and enjoy it. It's going to be a really, really good day, and hopefully collectively we can be really proud at 9 AM on Sunday and say we raised a lot of money for something that really matters, that unfortunately will touch us all until we beat it, cancer. So get involved. I just want to try and see if I can do this because Matthew McFadden is a fantastic contributor, but that link that you gave me, Matthew, for some reason, it isn't actually giving me the full link. For some reason, it won't let me download it. It's like the comment is there. I'll sort it for tomorrow and read it out. But what a contribution by Matthew, big supporter of the channel, as many people are, and. I'd like you to Skype in tomorrow, Matthew. Actually, I don't know whether you've ever done that. My memory's not there. I am going to get some rest, Matthias. Tomorrow morning, 9 AM. If you want to join in, lots of people are leaving already. Drop a like on the video. If you want to contribute to the GoFundMe thing, it's not a GoFundMe, just giving. You're not funding me. This is going to charity, and we'll be live at 9 AM tomorrow. Thanks everyone for watching. Really buzzing about United. Download the Quiff app, drop a like on the video, and if you are going to contribute, you can do it tomorrow or tonight. But we've already had a really good start. Over 300 quid and we've not even started the stream yet. So brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Thanks everyone. See you tomorrow at some point. If you can join us from 9 AM, great. I know I appreciate it's Saturday and you've probably got things to do, but join us throughout the day. And big game for United tomorrow as well. Can't wait for it. Thanks everyone for watching. Speak to you all soon. United stand. The community is fantastic, and I think tomorrow we're going to see how great this community is. Speak to you all soon.